1990, an all-time Arca Series record, 5 consecutive Superspeedway victories.
Here, I'm not sure that Jimmy Horton wanted to see that caution. He had made a green flag pit stop and took on fuel. Oh, and here's trouble.
One car sliding sideways down across the drivable area, car number 68. And that is the effort of Walter Surma from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Mark Chapman Smith Oldsmobile. And he has come into contact with something, has some heavy sheet metal damage on the front of that Oldsmobile, and the car is sliding through a very, very damp and grassy area of the infield. There's still some standing water down here, probably saved him from getting the car across the track in front of other traffic.
Yeah, that infield area is very, very wet as a result of the rain here last night and a good portion of today. And here's the Bud car, the number 10 of Glenn Brewer, with a lot of damage to his car.
Glenn Brewer, last year's Arca Rookie of the Year. He's trying to make his way back to pit road.
Well, he has a lot of damage on the front of that automobile.
37-year-old driver. That's the Eagle Budweiser sponsorship out of Opelika, Alabama. And let's see again, here's the car spinning. Here's Surma's car spinning around and around, heading for that inside concrete barrier.
Hits it pretty hard, then continues on its way, goes across the entrance of pit road. Now, that was off turn 4 that we saw him, and now he slides back across the grass. And I think you're right, Jerry. I think the mud that he was digging into helped to keep him from sliding back up.
At Michigan.
These guys are tough, aren't they? Now, we see the front 3 cars, Jerry, but look how far it is back to Chris Gerke in just a few laps. I said a little while ago that it looked like he was going to lose the draft, and indeed he has now. Running back there by himself. Those front 3 cars. His fences just pulling away. There's not a thing in the world he can do about it because he's sitting there running wide open. Chris Gerke is. And not a thing that he can do about it. In fact, another pack of cars is beginning to come up on him as they draft together. And that car number 99 running in the 5th position is Donnie Moran.
Good run for Donnie Moran. Remember, he has qualified very, very well in that Chrysler LeBaron. Joey Harrison prepares the engine for that driver. That's the white, red numeral car number 99. He's the 5th place car.
Little action behind him there as those cars jockey around a little bit. Now, car number 54 is at least 1 lap down. He lost a lap earlier with John Alexander that Benny Parsons talked about having that ignition problem. And here comes the 6th place car, Bobby Bowser down on the inside, car number 21. He would like to get up there with Donnie Moran, try to pull away from this group of cars. And there's Bob Keselowski. He should be the 7th place car. The black car, number 29.
Back up front, here's the trio they're chasing. Jimmy Horton, Bill Venturini, and Ken Reagan.
And trouble here on the front straightaway as Keselowski's gone. No, that's
Chris Gerke's car has gotten upside down and come into contact. Heavy contact here in the front straightaway. A couple of cars. Chris Gerke's car getting upside down and sideways, coming to rest on its top, spinning, and now he has been impacted again by another car here right in the main triable area. Heavy contact. Serious contact. Tremendous ride by Chris Gerke. Outstanding effort by the young driver in the car number 19, the Lean Supreme car.
Jerry, they're racing back to the start-finish. This might be the end of this race because you mentioned it was darkness was closing in pretty quickly, and this is a very serious accident. As the leaders come back there, the race cars are off the racetrack, but there's a lot of debris and everything there from a tremendous wreck here on the front straightaway.
Heavy impact. There is the remains of the car number 19 of Chris Gerke. Outstanding effort by this young driver. Qualified the car in 6th spot. 25-year-old Lincoln, Alabama driver. Let's look again and see if we can see what happened. Now, he had been running in the top 5. You see the car get sideways and now get airborne.
Yes, it did, and the back end just picks up off the ground. The spoiler, when he got backwards, the spoiler, the air under, just lifted him up. He hits the wall just under the flagman stand and continues to roll over, and here comes other cars coming in on him.
Just misses him. Keselowski gets by, and one car has nowhere to go and burst into flames as the front of that car now is sheared away. Heavy impact there. We will check out the condition. There's the Davis car number 6, the Mike Davis machine, the car number 70, J.D. McDuffie there. Caution for the third time today here in Talladega, Alabama. We'll be back with more on what's going on after this. Talladega Superspeedway, the site of today's 500-kilometer ARCA event. Still under caution for the third time today. This race will end under caution as Doyle Ford, there on the flag stand, still has the yellow flag in his right hand. He will wave the white flag to Jimmy Horton. Jimmy Horton driving a Pontiac, car number 80. 34-year-old Hamilton, New Jersey driver will take the Miles Concrete Pontiac to victory lane. Spectacular crash just moments ago here to bring out the third caution flag of the day as the field now comes by, and indeed the white and yellow flags being waved. The field as they pass in review. There is Horton. They move by the crash site. The helicopter standing by from the Caraway Medical Center. Let's take a look once again. Lap 67. This horrible incident now coming through the tri-oval area. Chris Gerke in the car number 19 running fourth. And his car apparently getting a little bit out of shape. You see the top of the screen, the car begins to get airborne, Dad.
Yes, and when it turned backwards, the spoiler, the air under the spoiler just lifted it up and it started rolling, hits the outside retainer wall.
Watch for Bob Breback to the right of your screen. He just misses the car. Then the black car of Dale McDowell just coming into your screen now. He is blocking Carl Miscotton's view. Those cars in the middle of your screen. McDowell goes to the right, and Miscotton has nowhere to go. Didn't even see Gerke sitting, stop in the middle of the track and impacts it. And then Miscotton's car erupts in flames. The front half of his car is completely sheared away. You see J.D. McDuffie sliding down toward the car number 6 of Mike Davis. Other cars involved. Bobby Massey's car number 67 contacted the inside wall. We mentioned J.D. McDuffie involved. And now the Caraway Medical Center helicopter, the Lifesaver helicopter from the north side of Birmingham, there to take some of the drivers in for further checkups.
Bobby Massey and Mike Davis were okay.
We've got reports J.D. McDuffie's car did sustain some damage. He was able to pull away. Bobby Massey has been to the infield care center to be checked out, and Mike Davis. Bob Breback avoiding it, Dale McDowell avoiding it. The two drivers most seriously involved, Carl Miscotton Jr., 42 years of age, driving the car number 3. That's the car that erupted into flames. And initially, what a tremendous run by the 25-year-old driver, Chris Gerke, driving the car number 19. He's from Lincoln, Alabama, the lean Supreme Oldsmobile. He was running fourth, that on lap 67, when the car apparently just got out of shape. And the car began to slide, and then the horrible scene there headed into turn 1. Now the chopper begins to take off with Chris Gerke aboard, headed for the Caraway Medical Center. Checkered flag this time for Jimmy Horton, and not the way a driver would like to win a race. Under caution, they had a tremendous race going up front between Horton, Bill Venturini back behind him in the Chevrolet will finish in second spot. Ken Reagan, the car number 95, the Sadler-owned machine, will finish third. Unofficially, fourth, Donnie Moran, the Chrysler LeBaron. Best finish ever on a Speedway for Donnie Moran in the car number 99. He will finish in the fourth spot.
And coming home in fifth will be Bobby Bowser in the Ford number 21.
Now remember, there was about a 4-hour-and-a-half rain delay earlier today, and that's why it is so late in the afternoon. And now the yellow and checkered flag to Jimmy Horton, and the 34-year-old driver will go to victory lane, having won the Poulan Pro 500-kilometer event, shortened here today, abbreviated for two reasons. One, because of the inclement weather earlier today, as Bill Venturini will ride by and signal and wave to Jimmy Horton, who will take that Pontiac to victory lane. 5 times he did it a year ago. He's picking up his first win of 1991. And we'll be here in Alabama as the ARCA Poulan Pro 500K is history, and Jimmy Horton has gone to victory lane.
Jerry